The master sat on the park bench observing all the commotion and all the chaos and wasn't trying to change it, was aware but wasn't efforting to change it. Because the master had learned a long time ago that that's out of compassion. The master sat there simply illuminating his or her light. That light, that illumination, was particularly meant for the human. The master didn't try to change the human, but simply illuminated his or her light to the human. The master was beyond time and space. So there was no past, there was no future, it was all in the now. But the human still being in what you would call the now, or even in the past in a way, because humans often operate in the past. The human suddenly perceived a light and felt it was coming from the future, even though it was truly just the master in the now. And in that light, the human knew what the future would bring. And that light, for that brief moment of time, the human realized that in the future, that human was realized. That human was integrated with the master and the I am. And the human really had nothing to worry about, nothing to fear, nothing to be anxious about. And the human went back to pure allowing, knowing that in the future, in that light of the master, that realization occurred. But here we are in this time of realization. We're in the midsummer, or the midwinter, but the midsummer of coming to realization. It's not like a big clock is ticking. It's more like something is unfolding and unraveling and opening up. And all in the midst of this crazy coronavirus. There's no coincidence that all this is happening at the same time. No coincidence whatever that the planet is going through some of the biggest change, no, take that back, the biggest change that the planet has ever gone through in such a short, condensed period of time. There is a small number of humans on the planet, I'd say about 6.5%, that understand that it's a time of incredible opportunity for change. To this 6.5%, they're not afraid of what's happening right now. They understand it on a higher consciousness level that there is this potential for a real spurt of growth. They're not getting together in group meetings or anything. They don't even know each other necessarily. But there's enough of them on the planet that are reimagining this planet. And what can be in the future. They're not going to go back after this coronavirus thing goes away. They're not going to go back to the old ways. Right now is the opportunity time. So let's take a good deep breath with that. That brings us to you, to Shambhala, to what you're going through right now. That brings us to this time of realization. So here you are as the human in the midst of all of this. And I know you're getting a lot of anxiety. The anxiety is the world is falling apart and I don't know what to do about it. That's when you stop and take a deep breath and realize, no, it's actually all imperfection. And even where you are, what you're doing. The master sat on the park bench and simply illuminated her light. That light went out to the world. That light was without agenda. The light wasn't trying to reimagine anything. There would be others who could feel into that light, and then they could begin their reimagining of the planet. There would be others that would take on the task of changing economies, changing biologies, and changing even space travel, changing technologies. Others would do that because they were beginning to reimagine. They came here to this planet at this time to do that, the reimaginers. They're really a huge driving force in what's happening on the planet right now. They don't even necessarily know that they're doing it, They just know that they have a vision of the future of the planet. They know where the planet can go. They have a degree of consciousness to help make it happen. But then there's the ones, you, Shambhala, that are here right now, simply to shine the light, because without the light, the reimaginers may not be able to do what they came here for. The master sat on the bench, this timeless bench, with a big smile on his or her face, a great big smile, enjoying what it was like to be a human, not stressing over all the changes that were taking place, knowing that there were the realizers on the planet who were really changing everything, and knowing that its human self was coming into realization, not by force, not by study, but by allowing. So the master is there, and it's you. It's you in the state of wisdom, in the state of grace. You just take a deep breath. I am here. It's really not from the future either. I mean, you could say it is, but it's the master in the now. And it's you finally accepting that it's here. Taking a deep breath. His future self says, I'm not dreaming. Future self says, I'm realized. I do not dream anymore. I am that I am. I'm free of my dreams. I'm free of old memories that are stored deep into the night. You're the dream. I'm real.